Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is The Interview. And today on the show, we're going to find more about the law with Amy Ballor. It's going to be a good one, so hang out. We're going to listen to some tunes. Chew the fat, let's get it done. This is a song by Amy called In the Meantime. Let's surge!
Old memories
Yes, indeed. Welcome to the show. What's going on? My name is Jade, and this is the interview. And of course, I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, Friday morning here in Australia, Thursday for the rest of you, and I hope your Thursday goes well. It's going to be a crazy next couple of days for me. That was, as I just get everything organised here, that was In the Meantime by our special guest, Amy Ballor, today. Now, just to give you a few updates, so welcome here in the live chat as well, too. If you're watching on the replay as well, do the magic stuff. There it is, like, share, subscribe, all that fancy stuff. It helps me to help you and all that jazz. 21 souls here live, so that's good. Fantastic to see you all. We got a lot of cool music to play and a lot of interesting stuff, I'm sure, to talk about. First came across this artist. I can't remember which show it was on. It's probably on Pete John's. And I was like, wow, listen to that voice. Wow. And she's got a beautiful voice and music is just great. Her new album is just, wow, so good. There's so many bangers on it. It's just really, really good. And she uses GarageBand to make her music, which is so cool. Now, everyone here in the chat, I'll say hello to you as we go on. Probably in the next 20 minutes or so, we like to let you all settle in, say hi to each other because you're all so cool and so happy and friendly and all that jazz, so keep that stuff up. But let's bring on our guest who so graciously decided to spend some time with me today. I'm super excited. Let's bring her on. We got some applause here. Let's get some applause. That's it. Go wild. We've got Amy Ballor. Let's bring her on. Hello.
Hi, Jade. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining today.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out so quickly because I reached out to you during YML this week, I think it was. It was like that. Yeah. This song dropped. I listened to it and I was like, all right, this is the time. Get her on. Let's see if she'll do it. And you responded so quickly. So thank you for that. Also, folks, if you remember here on the channel, which costs you $1, right? There's Amy emojis that you can throw around in the chat. Everyone who comes on gets their own emojis. So you'll see them floating around the audience.
Oh, cool. I love that.
Let's get down to the big question, the one I love asking everybody who comes on the show because it's the hard one, I think the hardest of all, and everybody has a unique answer to it. Amy, what does music actually mean to you?
Oh, so for me, music is probably one of the ultimate art of self-expression, whether it be from a release of energy from the brain to the body. Also one of the most, I feel like it's one of the most inspirational things that humanity has, the ability to harness and create. And every person has this ability to harness it, create. It doesn't have to sound good. It's something you created, and that's what makes it unique, and that's what makes it special. And I respect anybody who's tried and who hasn't tried, because if you dream it, you can do it. So that's what I would say.
I love that.
That's kind of what it is.
If you dream it, you can do it. I'm such a believer in that kind of stuff. It's like that saying that goes around. If somebody's thought it, then somebody's done it at some point, even if it's the most deranged thing you can think of. Sadly, somebody's probably done that deranged thing. But again, dreams are easily made, folks. You just got to throw everything at them. Has there been a time in your life where music has picked you up from a low point?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would say it's been that and my faith, really, that have scraped me from the bottom of the swimming pool and scooped me out. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. They search for songs that they can relate to, whether they're happy or they're sad or they're angry or whatever it may be. They're always looking kind of for that outlet in a song or an album or an artist that they can listen to and feel heard and relate. And definitely I've had that for sure.
It's an amazing tool, isn't it? I mean, as a musician, right, we're able to write and pick ourselves up. And as a listener to music, it does the same thing. It's
Right.
it's incredible. It's like even like with all this AI influx of music that is happening these days, I understand where people are coming from with it. That they can't, they don't know how to make music, but they have all these things they need to get out, so they're using it to do that. And I get that fully. It's just there's other things which I hate completely about it, which are destroying the industry and stuff. But I fully hear that with people, and they want to be able to express that feeling and do what music does to them listening to it. And if you're one of those people that are using Suno to do that, I'll tell you, really, there's even more benefit just by learning to play music. It'll give you so much more. And there's so many places you can do so, right? As a little Amy Ballor, am I saying your last name correctly too?
Well, I've always pronounced it Ballor.
I'll say Ballor.
I remember like a couple Pete shows ago, or maybe it was this last one, I had said, "Oh, you say my name correctly."
Right.
And I was like, "Well, you know what? The pronunciation of my last name is subjective. You can say it however you'd like. It's not going to bother me. However you want to use it.
Just keep saying it.
Up to you." I say Ballor though, if I'm using it.
Ballor is how I'm saying it from now on then, right? I should have asked that beforehand, but we forget these things.
Absolutely. Say it however.
As a young Amy Ballor, who were some of the artists and musicians and music that were played in your household by your family and friends? And who were some of those names? And did they influence you? Do you still listen to them now?
I love that question because it's kind of all over the place for me. So I really started getting into like the song and dance kind of thing when I was maybe around 9 or 10. I grew up in a Christian home, and so our house was a lot of contemporary Christian music, and it was kind of in the early to mid 2000s where there was a lot of the contemporary Christian movement was putting out a lot of girl groups and boy bands during that time. And there was a girl group called Zoe Girl. And me and my two besties at the time, we were so inspired by these three girls that we decided that we were going to create our own group. So we wanted to be called the Truth Girls. Yes, that is them. Yeah.
They look very wholesome.
One of them is in the chat today, actually. But
wow.
Yes. And so we wanted to personify them so much so that we started our own trio group, and we would teach ourselves the songs, and we would make up our dances and show our moms in the living room. And it was just something that we were so into and we loved. And then a few years go on, and then we really got into watching the Disney Channel. So this was during the big Hannah Montana High School Musical craze that was happening. So that kind of took over our lives. We were like, we're going to learn every dance, every song. We're going to put on concerts for our moms and charge admission. And it was probably, so as a child, I would say Zoe Girl and Hannah Montana, and then of course Miley, of course after that, and then the musical aspirations of like High School Musical, things like that. Now I would say I don't quite listen to those kinds of things anymore. I do listen to Miley because she's Miley and I love her.
Yeah. So on that, so her change throughout, that hasn't deterred you or anything like that? How she's,
No.
It's awesome. I love that because when I see people that dog on her these days, I think, why, man? But people grow up, right? And that's it. And especially when you're in front of a camera, who are you to judge what it's like? So even the raunchy stuff she did, I was like, yeah, man, when you're in front of the camera, you can't hide the stuff you do, right?
And it's so funny because I have an understanding that in the year like 2013, maybe I think it was 2013, 2014, she really kind of started, people were like concerned about her,
Yeah.
you know, and I was at the same time in my life kind of not going through the similar thing, but just, you know, how we go through like our little crises here and there, you know, in life. And it was like right around the same time she was going through hers. So her like Bangers album was something that I listened to, and it helped me navigate that part of my life. So, you know, and then her different eras after that are just, come on.
It's so good because
Kidding
she could have ended up going down the same path as Britney. And I'm not disparaging Britney in any way, but it's the people who handled her who totally just derailed that whole thing, right? Greed and stuff.
Right.
And she could have easily had those kind of people in her life to take her down that path, but thankfully she didn't. And that's awesome because that's artistry, right? Artistry is evolving. And if you're not evolving, well, you just, I guess, George Burns. Rest in peace, George Burns. Can we have a minute silence for George Burns?
Right. It's all about that next evolution, I think. And she's honestly done it with such grace.
I think so too.
If you really watch her and what she's done and how she's handled it and her progress and the stuff she's even doing now and with her last album, oh my gosh. Come on.
Come on. What are you doing, folks? So clearly she's an influence. Clearly. So that's I don't hear it though in your music, right? I don't hear that.
That's the take, because I don't necessarily like sounding like artists that I like, because I don't want I like the compliment of being compared to some artist who is extraordinarily talented, but I don't necessarily like being like, oh, well, she sounds like Miley. Oh, I don't want to hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like, wow, I just sound like someone else who already exists. Like, I don't want to really sound like that. I want to sound like me. And so that's another pathway that I've taken with the project is using different styles and dynamics and genres, but also keeping my voice behind it.
I know the sign of a good artist, right? A great vocalist, when I hear it, right? I used to teach singing for many years, and as soon as I heard your music, I was like, wow, this girl's got a great voice. And I have another good friend, he's here in the chat, called Russ8889, who makes awesome music, and he sometimes has singers on his projects, and he was like, while you're chatting with her, can you put in a good word for me? So you may get a reach out from this guy soon, this Russ8889. I think he wants you involved in one of his projects. So that's, whenever Russ says it, you're in. Let's talk about keeping things when you're young. So we're still back here. What was the first album that you purchased with your own money, and something that was given to you as a gift that you may or may not have liked or hated?
Oh, okay. Oh man. So most of the time, maybe when I was younger, I would receive music mainly as gifts. I received, well, this is kind of funny, because I was just thinking about this. There was this Christian bookstore in the town I lived in, and my friend was with me and my mom was with me, and we had gotten wind of this new up and coming hot trio boy band called the Jonas Brothers. And we were like, what do they sound like? They weren't on Disney Channel yet. They weren't like really mainstream like at all. I don't know how we even heard of them. There was this little Christian bookstore. We go in there, and what is their first album? And their first album, I think it was called It's About Time. And we my mom bought it for me, and I think me and my friend would kind of like swap it back and forth. I'll borrow your CD, and yeah, it's that. Yep, look at them.
Wow.
And we'd kind of swap it back and forth. And I just actually went and seen them last year in concert, and that was just phenomenal. And so I would say that one as a gift, because they didn't necessarily like inspire me as a musician, but just because they were, when I was 12, they were hot boy bands.
Posters on the wall, all that jazz.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I've 17 magazine. Oh, wow. Teen Beat, Tiger Beat.
Tiger Beat. Oh my God. Now the memories of
smell
seeing
it,
that stuff. I can smell it indeed. So what about what you bought with your money? What's the first album you bought?
Oh, okay.
that you can remember, right?
Excuse me. I can, because it was actually a really special purchase, because I had started collecting records, vinyl records, when I became 2019, maybe before that. Maybe I was 17. When it kind of started becoming a thing, people were bringing it back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to see if I can find a cool vinyl record to buy. And I kind of kicked myself for doing this, because I was such a fool. I really was. And I go into this record shop somewhere, I don't remember what. And I picked a record up, and it was $10. And it was an original pressing. It wasn't some reissue. And it was Belladonna from Stevie Nicks.
Oh, wow.
And I picked this up, and I go, this record looks really cool. I think I'm going to buy this one. I bought it for the pure appreciation of the artwork alone. And I thought that she was pretty, and I knew that she had been in a band, but I really wasn't that familiar with Fleetwood Mac at the time. And yeah, it was that record. It was, I'm pretty sure it was it was that one, because shortly after I got the Rumors album, the Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
So you went down the rabbit hole after that of Fleetwood Mac?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You said it with such, whoa. I love rabbit holes of music.
Ashamed.
Yeah, I love rabbit holes of music, because once you hear something, you just, I recently have fallen down a rabbit. I'm not going to go into the band, but I've just gone and listened to everything that they've done. I'm and I love it when you miss something. And I used to be oh, I missed the boat on that. But now it's oh, I missed the boat, and there's so much to go back and listen to, and I've got fresh ears on all this stuff. Oh, it's such a good thing. And then you run out. And then you're damn, I'm all caught up now.
And then you're dying for them to, rekindle and put something out.
That happens to me with YouTube channels, where if I watch one video and then go, oh my God, they've got 8 years of content. And I watch it all in 2 months. I'm damn, I've got nothing to watch now. I've devoted my life to this.
Oh no.
Let's play another song. I'm going to randomly choose a song that you've sent me. I'm going to choose this one, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it after we play it, and then we'll say hello to everybody in the chat. So
sounds great.
Play another track. Are you ready, folks? Grab your ankles. Let's go. This is Insincere.
Quiet, my thoughts were loud. I watched the moment pass me like a drifting cloud. I almost moved
Wow. Wow. Such a beautiful voice. I'm a massive sucker for female voices, Fiona Apple, like anyone who's really unique, or, you know, Björk, or anyone who just, I don't know. Yeah. And your voice is that. It's one of those voices that, I swear, folks, now you have to do me a favor today, because Amy has currently 69 subscribers, and we got to get her off that number because it's way too suggestive. So we got to get her off that number. So even saying that, Laurie, we got to get her off that number.
I gotta get off.
There you go, Laurie. So, folks, if you're not going over and subscribing right now, I'm going to hold you all hostage, right? Because we got to get her some numbers, right? So, let me say hello to everybody here, and then we'll talk about that song, right? So let me scroll up. Now, folks, type anything, something in the chat, because I can only scroll up so far, so I can call you out if you want your name read. I've got Jenny Jolivet, I've got Laurie's Mishmosh, we've got Russ8889, we've got Jamie Lynn is in the house. Hi, Jamie. Tremor Bear, we got, who else? Gary Hubbs on his break. God in Husband, hello. We have Ashley Fowler. Who else? Sal Caruso, g'day. We've also got, as I scroll down and look for names, Harriet B, hello. I saw Pete Johns. I saw Frankie Terzo up above earlier. Ashley, I think did I already say? Oh, I don't know. My brain's mush. It's early in the morning here. Let's see who else I can see in this list. Thomas Christ, of course. Thomas. What's going on? Amazing moderator who's putting in all the links and stuff for you to go and click and check it out. Remember, all links are in the description here. Louis Cook's in the house as well. Strings and Pucks, who was on the show last week. G'day to you, Jeremy. I'm flying through this today. Wes subbed up. Nice one. Thank you, Wes, for doing that. He was on the show recently as well, too. Go and check that interview. Bethany Jane, hello to you. We've also got, I think that's most. Gail Russell, hello to you. I've got most of you. Leela's lurking. She's lurking in the house. She's lurking the gherkin and all that stuff. Now, if I've missed you, just I'll try and catch up as we go, right? Tell us about that song, because, look, I love the way each time it comes back to the line of insincere. I love the way the words come back to. I love that kind of songwriting. Really cries out to me. Tell us about that song.
So, Insincere was actually the first song I wrote for the Lore 4. It was one of those that was kind of based on the idea of you having kind of this hope in a person or a situation, and you're kind of putting your all into it, and you are putting so much work into it, and you're using your mind and your energy and your physical energy to do whatever it may be. And in the end, it just kind of like crumbles beneath your hands, and you're like,
yeah,
you know, I really hoped in this situation, this job, or this person, and they just kind of like slipped away, and now I'm kind of stuck with this glass of disappointment type of thing. So it's not really supposed to be depressing, but I can see how it kind of translates that way. But I wanted to keep it that way because I think it's relatable.
Yeah.
And I believe in relatable songs. And I would say it's one of my top 10s of my own favorite songs that I've done. And yeah, it came so like naturally to me to write it. And I don't think it's too produced or too much. I think it's like just enough.
That's one of the things I noticed about your music, that there's a complexity that, I mean, the vocal carries everything with the song, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously the vocal's the shining light, but there's a real emptiness underneath as well too. It's not complicated, right? And that's not saying anything bad, because I think a lot these days people have the tools in front of them, able to produce their own music, and they just throw everything at it. And it's like the real skill of songwriting or song creation, in my opinion, is what you take out. Because that's what big producers will tell you as well too, right? It's the simplicity of the simple verse that builds into a chorus, and it's the little subtle build-ups. And if you're able to get that, load everything up and pull stuff out and give it that space, you're going to write great songs. That's just the way it is, because they're going to breathe, and people's brains won't get mushed up trying to weed through all the parts to find out what the message is. That's just my opinion. And that's your music, right? There's a lot of space in there as well too. So congratulations on that. I love that about your music. Not only is your voice great, but just the restraint is very, very good restraint.
Thank you.
Let's talk about education and stuff like that. So were you, where you were born up, did you, hi, Denise, I see Denise here as well. Don't worry, Denise, we'll make sure that Thomas puts a link in. Denise has got a premiere coming up after this. We couldn't get a dump set up, so I'm sure at the end of the show, we'll send you all over to Denise's premiere, which is awesome. Where you were brought up, did you have a school system that offered you music lessons? Was it church or was it school where you first started learning music?
So the church that we attended also had a school connected with it. So that's where I attended from the second half of first grade to 12th. I graduated from there. So it was very incredibly small. When I was in maybe elementary and the first 2 years of like junior high school, there was, your usual spring recital or Christmas play or something like that. And me and, Bethany's in the chat. She's one of them. And she was right there with me playing the tone chime bells for the Jingle Bell Christmas Ball. And then after junior high, the majority of my class, which at the time was the biggest class in the school, had only 35 kids. They all kind of went off to public school, better education opportunities and better classes and extracurricular stuff. And so I was still attending the other school, but there wasn't much left of it, if that makes any sense. So maybe my junior year, they started kind of re-upping this Christmas type program. And they would pick some of the older kids to do like the tech work. And you kind of volunteer yourself what you wanted to do for these productions. Did you want to do scenery? Did you want to do costumes? Did you want to do sound, lighting, all that kind of thing? And I had been kind of familiar with the church sound programming because I went to that church and would sit in sometimes in the sound booth and stuff like that. So I was knowledgeable with it enough where I could run 5 mic packs and hear it from the back at 16 years old. So that's kind of what I did. That's kind of, for the education. And there was, oh my gosh, you just reminded me of something. And I don't know if Bethany's going to remember this at all, but she was there with me this whole time growing up. Anyway, we were in the first grade. And there was an opportunity for our class to audition for the Oscar Mayer commercial.
Oh, wow.
So they had us learn the Oscar Mayer bologna song, an Oscar Mayer wiener song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, we don't have Oscar Mayer in Australia. I need to find it.
Okay, I'm not singing it for you. I'm sorry. But they auditioned us, but we didn't get it, but we were the cutest little things. And so we learned from our music teacher the kind of process it would take to sing and to audition for such a thing. We didn't know anything. And then we had a program in between school and Wednesday night church. So there was like a couple hour block between when school ended and when church started. And I was attending the school. My mother worked at the school. I wasn't leaving. I was at that school on Wednesdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So they created this kind of children's choir program for kids that were either staff kids that were going to be there all day, or kids that got dropped off early for church. They would join this children's choir type thing. And they really taught us a lot, how to sing with each other, how to pronounce different words in songs so you're not stretching vowels or sharpening a letter too much. So that was interesting.
That stuff's that stuff's super important, right? And has that stuck with you in your singing now? Because, like as I said, I used to teach singing, and of course, mouthing words and all that kind of stuff, breathing. That's all important stuff. But at the same time, too, like there's a whole lot more to learning singing, even performing, being able to project out to an audience, being able to look at people in the audience. A lot of things you don't get taught with, but choirs do help with all of that because you're in front of people. You've got to make eye contact at some point and work with other people. That's one of the hardest things in music, to work with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a youngster,
Yep.
I have 25 other kids behind me, and I'm looking at that giant wall clock on the back wall of the church. Because for me at the time, if I were to look at people, I probably would have thrown up. I was I was so introverted and so shy. And I'm like, I hope no one can actually hear me sing.
But you did the right thing. That's the right method to get over that stuff. I used to teach this all the time. Focus on something inanimate and sing to that. And eventually you'll forget about that inanimate thing and start being able to look at people, or just look at people like they're an inanimate object, like they don't exist.
They're just like an AI bot sitting there.
Exactly, right? Just, you're a piece of carpet and I'm singing to you. Yay, right? But it works, right? Yeah. I used to do gigs, and there's this band we used to play with, and the singer used to turn their back to the audience every gig just because they couldn't handle it. It's like, and then one day somebody ran up on stage and pulled his pants down from behind, and then he never did it again.
Oh my gosh. How mortifying.
Well, we thought it was hilarious, but he never did it again. I promise you that. He looked every time at the audience. Did we, as a youngster, was anybody come into your path and forced you to learn the recorder?
Oh yeah. That was like something. It was like an initiation gift for like the second grade. They're like, welcome to the second grade. Here's your recorder. But I was also taking, I started taking piano lessons with my grandma at a young age. And I kind of stopped doing that around, I don't know, 17 maybe. Because I started to it's not that I love my Grammy so much. I don't know if she's watching, but I love her so much. And it wasn't about her teaching method or whatever. She was a wonderful teacher. I think I wasn't learning in my best environment.
Right.
I was like, okay, you give me a piece of sheet music, and some people can just read it right off the bat. They know exactly where things are and how to do it and how to play it, what key, treble bass, whatever. And I just was like, okay, let me see. E, B, F. Like I would have to like do the math almost on it. And I was like, I don't want to have to do this math every time. I have to play something that's supposed to just be simple, and this is supposed to be fun. And it started just not becoming fun. for me.
I was the same when I was just trying to learn piano when I was young, and I'm still terrible at it now. I had somebody on the show here a few weeks ago. We had Matt Creedon on the show, and he's got this new method to learn how to play. And he sent me one of them this week. I can't wait to do a review. This is his Easy Keys method, these little magnets that you stick on your keyboard, and it converts the notes into numbers, and they're magnets. I can't wait to do a show on these. I think this is a really clever way to learn music. Sent me his business card and stuff. Really
Very cool.
So that's coming up on the show.
I love that.
Piano's one of those things, right? It's hard, and I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and just do it anyway, right? Whatever.
Right, I know. Same. I'm a very play by ear type person. I'm not amazing or anything. I can play a very a stripped down, simple version of a song. If I hear a melody or something like that, I can find it pretty easily and then kind of figure it out along the way. But I'm not reading anything or actively listening to it to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, I'm probably in the wrong key, but it sounds right to me. Who cares?
That normally means it's right. That's the thing, right? It's that self-doubt that actually stops you from doing that kind of thing. As soon as you start going, oh, am I in the right key? What is the theory of this? It's like, but does it sound right? Most of the time it's going to be right because you understand music, you listen to it. And you know when something sounds good, right? So we've established that you put on concerts when you were young and charged people for the privilege to see you perform live. Did you at any time start a band when you were young or anything like that, or play gigs or anything like that?
Oh, so no, I would say no, not until it's my first band. I was actually
You know,
this is so embarrassing.
The next question is that I need to know the first band's name.
Oh, well, this is it then,
okay,
I guess.
Let's go.
So I had, my dad's in the chat too. Oh, no. So I had moved out to Arizona and I had shown interest in, and I was really into melodic Swedish death metal.
Yes.
It was my thing.
Yes.
And I was I love all these bands are just so beautifully done, the technique and the insane noodling going on in the solos and just the drums and everything. And my band of choice was Arch Enemy out of Sweden.
Great band.
And I was like, Dad, I'm dying. They're going to play in Phoenix and I need to go. I need to go. And so he bought me tickets for my birthday. Bless him.
Yes.
So much. So he bought me all access VIP, the works. It was the coolest thing ever. I was front row. The security guard thought I was going to pass out. He was giving me free water. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, after that concert, I had figured out that I can kind of growl, scream, sing. And I'm kind of good at it. And I had started posting on Vine, actually.
Oh, God, rest in peace, Vine.
I know.
Wow.
Almost thank God, though.
The beginning of TikTok, really, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think it was around 2014, maybe. And so I started posting on Vine, and people did not like me at all whatsoever.
No.
They were very unkind about it. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to take it down on Vine. And that kind of behavior kind of affected me about posting things online for a long time. But then I was like, well, let me take this random metal song from Arch Enemy that I recorded on my phone app and see if there's any local bands looking for a metal singer. Hopefully they will. And I auditioned for a band. I think they were called Nemesis. I think they were called Nemesis or something like that. And they were right in the area, and it was all these guys. and they were like, we love you, come audition in our warehouse and all this. And so I did, and they booked a show in Phoenix, like opening up for, I guess it was some kind of big metal band in the 80s. I never heard of them. Exhumed. Does that sound familiar to you?
I've heard of Exhumed, yeah.
Have you? It was to open up for them.
I'm a metal
heard of them,
encyclopedia here, so yeah.
Yeah, it was like, okay, whatever. And that, I guess you could say I really screwed the pooch on that one. Go ahead. Go and ask me what happened.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Come on. The string is there. I'm pulling the string, Amy. I'm pulling the string. What the hell went down with Nemesis? Did they become your nemesis?
Well, not in a villainous way.
Right.
But I was a very inexperienced drinker. I don't drink anymore. But at this particular show, I had some drinks, and I did not know what they actually were.
Oh no!
And they affected me in a very negative way.
Oh dear!
And I embarrassed myself. Sick. I was sick. I got sick in front of everyone.
Not on stage.
No, about 2 seconds after I got off the stage.
At least you did the gig. Hey, think of it this way. Somewhere right now, somebody's going, remember that girl at that gig in Nemesis when she did that?
I know. Don't even
that crazy show. And then she got off. How metal was it? She vomited it straight after. I'll bet metalheads probably thought that was the coolest thing they'd ever seen.
It was literally the most embarrassing thing ever. And then, of course, after the fact, I'm like, oh, I'm so mortified that I'm like, I can't show my face around these people anymore. Like, they're never gonna, another venue is never gonna book us like ever again because of me. And it was kind of this unspoken thing. Like, we all knew, like, Amy's kind of out.
Oh.
But it didn't diminish my love for that music and to develop this kind of craft that I discovered that I could do. And I had training from, do you know who Melissa Cross is?
I do.
Yeah, she I had some training that way, which is like, she's phenomenal. She's so phenomenal and really helped me kind of use it in ways that I was like, oh, I was actually hurting myself versus using this in the right way. And they gave me more confidence in that way. But as far as like the metal band, it was done for me in that way. And that was my only live show that I ever played in my life. And as you can see, I'm having a flashback.
Look, you're right. You're right, though. Metal growls, there's an art to it, and you've got to be careful. I've been growling my whole life, and as a classical trained singer, I can go from a vocal line to a growl very easily. And people always say, how can you talk after it? And it's like, it's not just growling. You just can't growl, right? It's a technique, and there's different techniques within it. And everybody wants to hear you growl right now. I'll go first if you want.
Love it. That's so good. That's so good. Wow. I will say, I submitted my one and only studio recorded metal song called Violence to Thomas Christ and Thomas Christ alone, like weeks and weeks ago, when he played it on Rock Live TV.
I missed that.
It's somewhere on one of his shows. He played me for his halftime headbang.
I missed that. Is it on?
I don't know.
Is it on your channel or not?
I will have to send you the link directly because it's not public.
It's unlisted,
and I don't know if I shall make it public because it's not. it's a cool song and I love it, but it's just not in the vibes of where I'm at right now.
Sure. Absolutely.
And
I want to hear it though. I'll go back to Thomas's.
yeah. Oh, Thomas remembers.
Of course he does. He remembers everything. Thomas is a legend.
Yeah, there he is.
Thomas is the god of the U rock.
I was like, I wonder if he thought it was like a totally different Amy Ballor. Like, did he think I had like a clone or something, and I was the metal version, and then I'm like this other one? I like doing that though. Genre skipping. Who cares?
We're at our halfway point. I'm going to play another song.
Sure.
I'm going to play Deja Vu, and you can all kick back and relax, and then we're going to get into talking about songwriting, inspiration, all this kind of stuff, and GarageBand. So thanks for all being here, folks. Remember to hit the like and subscribe and do all the fancy stuff. Remember, you can donate as well. You do super chat or anything like that, or become a member. It certainly helps out this channel to stay alive in these trying times of YouTube where they keep changing the effing rules. Thanks, YouTube. So let's get this queued up. Everything's good to go. We are ready to rock. You ready, folks? Let's Oge, baby.
Rain on glass, same old life, empty room every night, midnight air, half words true, everything feels like deja vu. Clock ticks slow, no surprise, familiar in tired eyes, whole day, come in black and blue, same old echo of deja vu. Nothing new, say return. Nothing new, slowly but deja vu. Again it comes. Deja vu. What's been done? Deja vu. Soft and low. Deja vu. Let go. Mind rewind, soft collapse, memory slipping very fast. Daylight goes right on cue, everything feels like deja vu. Time stands still, nothing's fast, still smiling, this too shall pass. But I'm here, it stays true, same old echo of deja vu. Nothing new, say return. Nothing new, slowly but deja vu. Again it comes. Deja vu. What's been done? Deja vu. Soft and low. Deja vu. Let go. Deja vu, again it comes. Deja vu, what's been done? Deja vu,
I am literally in love with this album. It is such a good album. So congrats on that. Oh, I haven't unmuted it. There you go. Unmuted now.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry about that. You know, see, what you guys don't get to see here, which I get to see, and I love this about having artists on. See, when I'm playing a song, I get to see my guest on the camera, off camera. And when I see an artist who's bopping along and singing their own music, it gets me so excited because that's important. You really should love your own music as well, right? And I remember growing up as a kid, Amy, and people would be so weird, and it was always like, "Oh, you listen to your own music? What a loser!" And I think, why do people say that kind of stuff? It's so stupid. And if you don't, why are you making music if you don't enjoy your own music? So seeing you bopping along there, I nearly put you on big screen just to show people how much I love that, right? I love my own music. I listen to it all the time.
I do.
And
Yeah.
You shouldn't have shame about it. I don't know why people are like that.
I jam in the car all the time. I was just out and about the other day, and my sister and I were hanging out, and I had my songs on in the car, and she's like, "You're listening to your own music," and I was like, "Yeah." And it's honestly, it's like purely experimental. I'm like listening for any kind of off, like nuance that did I miss something? What was that? Oh, I usually don't hear much of anything because I review my songs a million times before I put them out. But or there's just like this instrument that's just like ting, like in a song, or like a little secret undertone of something, and it's just like, ooh, I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it only,
play it.
It only
I
becomes unhealthy when you start sitting there over analyzing stuff. I mean, because once you put it out, what can you do? It's done. You've got to move on, right? You put it to bed, and you can't sit there and live in the past. And I've said this example many times. I used to I'd go to a friend's house, and somebody would put on my music, and I'd know there's a part in the song that I hate. And I'd always talk over the top of it to people going, "So anyway, what have you guys been doing?" And it's like, what am I doing? Like, there's not one person here who goes, "That bit sucks," right? But
they don't care. Yeah, they can't hear it.
It's so ridiculous.
And you're like, that part's coming up. I know it is. And you're just like looking around. Hope no one notices my mistake.
But our brains do such weird things as artists. Yeah, we overanalyze. Yeah. We worry about every nuance of every sound, which is a good thing too, right? So you want to be proud about your stuff, and you want to put care into it and get over. But once it's done, it's done. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn. What about you? Was that something you struggled with? You said you do lots and lots of mixes and stuff. Do you feel like you get in a hole sometimes with those?
Here and there, and I think this is important to note with my 6 volumes that I've done. If you listen, and I've myself done this, I've listened to the Lore Volume 1 and then went from the Lore Volume 1 to the Lore Volume 6. And the differences that you can hear in production value, vocal quality, the differences just in those dynamics alone are so different. And could I have gone back and re-recorded all the songs from, and this happened to be with volumes 1, 2, and 3. I was still kind of learning how to work into GarageBand, like a good vocal sound, I guess. So in the first album, you can tell there's it doesn't sound bad to me anyway, but compare it to Lore Volumes 5 and 6, I think it's a noticeable difference. And I could have gone back and I could have changed all of these songs to the preset that I use now and made them crispier and made them better and made them a little more compressed here and there and took down some reverb. But that's the entire purpose of this entire project for me, is evolution and learning the process as I go. And showing that progress between all the albums.
Yeah, look, and it's the thing. It's not just you. This is every band. every band from Metallica to everybody. You go back and listen to their original albums. The production's terrible, right? And this is the thing. I think we got a little bit lost in as fans and stuff when people go, "Oh, they've sold out," but the production's got so. It's like, no, they've got better, and you've got to let people get better and experiment, and people change, right? People go through different things in life and they change, and I love that. That's one of the most beautiful things about going back through the rabbit hole, and I expect every one of you are going to do that with Amy's music and go and listen to all their stuff and hear that progression, because if you're not learning and getting better, then what's the point? Right?
Right. And that it's just a whole learning experience for me. I was like, I didn't really know what I was diving into. I'm just like, I'm just going to see what happens. And there are songs that, like, the vocal noise gate is horrendous. And I hear it.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is that buzzing in the background, or that like white noise, or my vocals will just like cut off. You know how it'll do that? It'll just like cut your last letter.
The gate was
off.
too tight. Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know how to fix that, because I don't know how I ended up doing that in the beginning. I don't know what I did.
Yep.
So I was still learning how to run things and how to process vocals and effects, and reverb is nice, but not too much.
Everything's moderation, right? And we got to say hello to your mum and dad who are here in the chat. Hi, Linda. Welcome aboard. Hope you're having a good time. We are listening to Amy's fantastic music. So let's talk about songwriting and themes, because there seems to be, with your songwriting or this current iteration of who you are and what you're producing, there seems to be a theme that runs throughout this, and the law. So what is the law?
Ooh, okay. So the idea came to me. I was actually on the phone with my friend Bethany. She's also, I said she was in the chat. I'm not sure if she's still in the chat. Okay. But she was like, we were just chit-chatting on the phone, whatever, how we do. And we're just like gossiping and whatever. And she said something about, oh, it's this whole thing. There's a whole lore to it. And she's like, I just have to tell you this, and I don't even remember the rest of what she said. Sorry, girl. I don't. I was like instantly inspired about this like idea, because I've heard the term people say like, oh, the lore of that, it's the lore of whatever. And I was like, this is the biggest like idea that I could have, because there is so much you could do with it. It's like a whole library of things, and they don't have to match. They can all be different, and it won't matter, because it's like a binder of all these different stories that have different sounds and different things behind them. Is it drama? Is it, sad? Is it funny? Is it sarcastic? Is it cynical? You have all of these different themes going on, and I wanted to have, as relatable songs as possible, but also have the creativity of stories within the stories. And that's part of like my thing is, I think with the Lore 6, wasn't it dreamy and restless? Those stories behind the stories. So every song is based on a story, whether it be a real story that happened, a story that I made up, a story that happened to someone else, a story from, I have a few songs about biblical stories. I have songs based on one scene from a movie, dreams I've had, other people's experiences, or whatever, there's just so much, and it can work because the lore is
open,
a rainbow of you can do whatever. I can do whatever, and that's what I like. I'm not putting myself into a genre box or saying, well, this album has to be this long and everything has to be in this key and it must all sound cohesive and the same. And I only really started doing that for Lore 5 and Lore 6. The first 4 were all over. but I'm okay with that.
So you've moved to more concept stuff now. It certainly makes naming albums easy.
Yes. That I'm not good at. See,
it is a really hard thing to do, right? Each time what are you going to do? You're going to base it on one of the songs, and because I mean that's the thing with songwriting and putting out albums. In your mind, you always have, oh, I think this is the song. I think people are going to love this song, and it's never the case. People like the song that you're like, really? It's that one? That's the one that people like? What planet are you on, folks?
I know, and that's happened with me, and a lot like my family and friends who listen. They're like, "Oh, I super love this one song," and I'm like, "Really? Out of the 65 songs or whatever I've done, that's the one you like?" I'm like, "Okay, well,
yeah,
because there's parts of it, or maybe it's just I like another song better, or there's a certain part of this song that I am like, oh, there's a little tiny mistake right there, and I know it could be better.
There it is.
But they don't know. They don't notice.
No.
They don't care. So
No,
why
don't.
should I?
Exactly. And, this is a thing. It's a phenomenon, I think. You'll ask every single band from, Hotel California to the biggest songs throughout history, the ones that become bigger, the ones that are like, what? I'm going to have to sing that for the rest of my life? Really? That's the one you chose? It's every artist is the same situation. It's, I don't know what it is. But people do it and we can't change it. So you've just got to accept it.
Right. And as you were saying about like the album names, and I'm not very good at naming like albums, but instead of giving each album its own kind of name, I wanted that translated into the artwork, which I've been modifying for past few months. I've modified volumes 1 through 3, the album covers, to actually have me on them and not graphic designs. So every one of those album covers are inspired by a song from that album. So it can give you kind of a gist of what is on it.
That was my next question, right? Now, don't be offended by this. Whenever I see artists who don't have a real picture, I think, all right, well, she's coming on the show. I hope she's not like a cartoon or an image, and then I meet you and go, why the hell are you not on the cover in a photo? Because you are beautiful. I don't. Is it a stylistic choice or what?
So I'll be working on this. YouTube, the videos I have on YouTube still have the original artworks that I used for the albums. But if you go on to like Spotify and like the music distribution place, the streaming platforms, volumes 1 through 3 have been modified to have me on them. I wanted to look more. I wanted it to look like I was a real person. I had, and it wasn't hurtful per se, but I was trying to get my songs played on this independent music radio, and I had submitted my whole like resume. There it is. There's all my links, all my stuff. And they emailed me back and they said, oh, sorry, but Amy Ballor is an AI persona and we don't allow AI.
That's the problem. That's where
and I'm like, that's exactly what I don't want happening.
Yeah.
And then after further investigation, they emailed me back and they apologized and they said, wow, we're really sorry. We mistook you for AI. And I'm like, that's not good. Like, I need to make some changes here because I don't want to be mistaken. And I know that there's a lot of people out there right now, even locally here, that if they see a musician or even a venue using a flyer to promote and it's used with AI of any sort, they're like, we're not going there. We're not going to support you. We're not going to see your band play. We're not going to have your tuna fish special. Like, we're just... Yeah.
It's true. All companies do it.
Yeah.
I saw a roofing company on Facebook yesterday, like Jim's Roofing, and it was all AI. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I know I'm not gonna bash AI, completely. I understand if you don't have like the photographic means like a nice camera or Photoshop or whatever, you can be creative in ways with AI for graphics.
Totally.
Don't ever use it for music. Don't ever, 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 ever use it for music. I don't ever use it for music. But the artwork, I don't, as long as it looks okay, I don't hate it.
Yeah. I don't hate it either.
With mine, I do some with AI, but then I go and I plug it into Canva. I'm kind of still learning Canva, but it can really, I think, it still gives it like a personal touch, so it doesn't look so generated.
Yeah, totally. I see that as well too. So I wasn't suggesting that, but that is the thing, right? We are starting to see a lot of pushback from people with AI art. As soon as they see it, they feel duped. They feel like they're being lied to. And as an artist, you kind of got to be on it and be like, oh, I guess I have to change it and make sure that doesn't happen, because you don't want to be overlooked just because of that, right? That's the thing.
I wanted to be like so clear and say that like any promo photo or album cover that you've seen with like my face on it is from a real photo of me.
Yeah, absolutely.
From a photo that was actually taken of my face. Like, I'm not telling it to generate, make me look better, make me look hotter.
That's all right to do that as well too. Let's play another track. What have I got? I've got 3 left in here. I'm going to play, you know what? I'm going to play this one here. Let's play Under the Willow. This one's got a visual video to it. And we'll come back here shortly, folks. So grab your ankles. We're going to play this as soon as I get it all queued up and we're all good. Yes, we're good. Everything's happy. Let's do this now. Let's play Under the Willow. Let's Oja.
The shadows fall under the willow. I hear them call under the willow. The roots go deep under the willow. The branches weep. Flow, flow, river, flow. Carry me where I can't go. Grow, grow, willow, grow. Hold me close.
So good, so good. Don't you agree, guys? Under the Willow, beautiful song. The vocals are just drums. You said you sent me all slow stuff. That was pretty up tempo.
Yeah, it was like mid.
That was a bop still.
Yeah.
You were bopping.
There's other ones I have that are like full dance, like mania.
So if you didn't know, folks, like I ask every time I have an artist on, I get them to send me the songs they want me to play, right? I don't, so it's up to them what they think is their best songs or not, you know? Pete John says the backing vocals perfectly placed and pitched. And Ashley says, dance
I
it.
saw that,
Dance
Pete.
it.
Thanks.
I couldn't resist putting you on the screen. All right, let's talk about family and stuff too, because we live in crazy times, right? It's really tough to make music. There's a lot going on in the world. Governments are out of control. Corporations want to screw us for everything we've got. Price of everything's Looney Tunes. The world is spinning like a spinning top. How do you find time? Family, obviously, see, you've got a great support network here with family and friends who you've known since you were a kid who is still here. That's a really hard thing to have. How do you fit it all in with a family and a kid and all that kind of stuff?
I take my time.
Good.
And I don't want to put this kind of, and you know, my closest friends and family that I, you know, will call and say, but I want this album out by this day. And if I don't do it, then I'm going to do. And they're like, Amy, shut up. Just shut up. Yeah. You know, just stop putting these like ridiculous, you know, expectations on yourself. Like, why? And I'm like, you know what? I do. I just need to stop. I need to shut up. I need to sit down and just breathe.
Yeah.
And so when I have time, you know, and some days I work on strictly lyrics. Like I didn't work on anything today because I was so excited to be on your show and I was just kind of preparing myself for that. But yesterday I worked on a new song for possibly the Lore Volume 7 and got a nice first vocal track laid down. So that's my main basis for stuff. So if I can take 10 minutes and just do first verse, pre-chorus, bridge, chorus, second verse, pre-chorus, bridge, chorus, double chorus, or whatever at the end. And then what I do is then I save it in my phone and I listen to it a billion times. So I'm learning the melody. I'm learning it. So that when I go back to do final vocal tracks, I know exactly what I'm doing at that point.
It's important to be kind to yourself with this kind of stuff too, taking breaks and having balance, because burnout is a real thing, right? And it puts musicians in a place where they fall into a hole. Even like doing YouTube and stuff too. It's I've been doing this 6 years and I fall into a hole once a month. And I even though I take more breaks, like it is really hard because the world wants you to focus on stuff. The world wants to throw stuff in your face and go, but look at this. You've got to be angry about this stuff. And, you know, it's becoming a harder balance. So being kind to yourself is important, taking moments away from music. And I think that's when you write your best stuff too, when you actually are able to turn off everything.
Agreed.
You'll just end up writing angry music all the time if you don't turn off everything.
Right. I almost feel because I don't watch like the news, and even on social media, if I see something that just gets to me, or I'm like, why is every other article about this negative thing? Like every other thing is about it. And I'm hitting that X, you know, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. It almost uninspires me.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily like writing negative topic music. Do I have a lot of sad, darkish songs? Not a lot. I mean, maybe a handful. But I think that they're relatable. And I think if a person expresses in ways like they're just all the time and smiling and here I am, world. I'm like, do you feel anything? You know,
Yeah, I run from happy clappers.
just give me something about, just give me something sad and then okay, and then I'm good. But I don't like to involve myself with things that I know are just gonna bleh.
Yeah, totally. And you say sad. Look, this is one of the reasons I don't, when I play a song from an artist on here, I try not to go, what was that song about? And I've explained this many times before because there's somebody out there who's listened to your song and they have this meaning that's attached to it. And then you come on as their favorite artist and you go, oh, it's about this. And they sit there going, oh, really? Oh, wow. That's the song that got me through my heartbreak. And now it's just about ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, you can destroy somebody's whole attachment to it. So I tend not to ask that these days. Now, what I love about your music is you are an iOS musician. And I have been one since 2010, I think, when I got my first iPhone that was GarageBand first was loaded. I had Music Studio way before GarageBand and was making music on iOS. And you've been doing it a long time too on iOS since GarageBand. What is it about making music on iOS compared to a desktop that keeps you doing it?
Well, I started kind of dabbling in GarageBand. I got my first iPad in like 2012. I think it was an iPad 2.
Yes, me too.
And I was super excited and I was like, this is like a recording studio like built into this little device. Like this is kind of cool. So I started messing around with it with just like the loops that it came with at the time, that some of them I think they erased because I can't find them anymore.
They did. The red pack they erased. There's a bunch of them they did.
Yeah.
They probably ran out of the
crazy.
copyright.
Yeah.
Because they pay for copyright
right.
for them. And then if the license runs out, they can't use them anymore.
That's crazy because I'd written it was one with all these different like orchestral strings, and it sounded like something that you would hear in like Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And it was dramatic and swelling and all this. And mind you, I'm like 17 and I'm just fiddling around with this program. Like I'm not looking to make music or nothing. I'm just like messing around with it. And then the genius struck and I wrote an instrumental song called Black Magic Titanic. And it's this whole thing. There's a whole story that goes with it, but it's instrumental. And within this song, you hear like what's happening. And sometimes I like to explain what the song is about because I think it's interesting because I made it up. It's my idea. But the song I think is just, it's dramatic and crazy. And now that I've said it, I think I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube because I have it in my files. So never really thought about it.
So like being such an old time user of GarageBand on iOS has changed over the years, right? For me, back in the day, you couldn't just you couldn't get into the files and do all this kind of stuff. You had to like export the song to iTunes and then drag it off iTunes. And over time, iOS comes out, they introduce a files app and it's like, oh, wow, they're opening it up for us. It's taken a long time for us to get to where we're at today. And even GarageBand has kind of stopped updating as such. It's still a little bit old school. Have you looked into Logic and moving to there, or have you hit a wall with GarageBand at this point?
I have not. And I had looked into Logic Pro and I don't think I'm ready to jump into that because I only know GarageBand on iOS. I've only ever used GarageBand on iOS. I've never used it on a desktop or Mac version. I've never used another software. This is all I know. So what I know is what I know. And that's what I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And I think people forget too, like, I used GarageBand for a long time and Audio Pro. I had a bunch of different, I was always looking for something a bit more complex than GarageBand because I'd come from recording studios beforehand. But people forget that GarageBand is still like so incredibly powerful, and not everybody needs to move to a different platform to still find they're getting more out of GarageBand, right? Because you can still record things in. There's so many apps you can put into it. You're not just restricted to what's in there. The only one restriction is when you export stuff and they add their compression on. That's the only beef I still have with GarageBand.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like whatever works for you is always the best option. And if anybody ever tells you any different, go away. Go bother someone else.
Right.
And
right.
Logic's an investment too. Logic is like, it's not
a little
small bananas.
And I was hesitant because if I'm going to invest in that kind of a program, I mean, I don't know what I'm jumping into. Will I even like it? Will I buy it and start using it and say, GarageBand's just better? Like, it's just better for me. And I don't want to waste or, it's not that I'm afraid of doing so. It's just, I know what I know.
Well, that is the thing too. Going to something that has more options isn't always the best option because you don't want things to be in the way of your creativity.
Right.
And that's where Logic can do that, right? You can sit there and go, oh my God, there's so much here. And then that stifles creativity. Well, that's the one beautiful thing about GarageBand you can't fault. You can just open it and within seconds have something going and be like, what? And nobody can disagree with me here. Everybody has at least 100 projects in their GarageBand folder right now that is called My Song 25, 107 that you're never going to go back to, but that's how easy it is to start something.
I know. Right? Oh, I do it all the time. I go on there when I'm like looking for something, and I was just doing this the other day trying to get kind of an idea of, I was like, what is Laura Seven's styling going to be like? And I had all these songs in what I call my vault. And of course, none of them are named in my GarageBand. And I was like, I'm like, what is that? And then I listened to it. I'm like, oh, I should probably name this. And then I go back and there's like 18 more of them.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? Why didn't I just name it?
But I think that's a testament to GarageBand, right? That it's so easy to just start something that you don't name it. You don't sit there and you're not pedantic about it. Where I find more in Logic whenever I close something out, I'm like, ooh, that's something, it feels a little bit more serious. I better like save that and not do the thing I do in GarageBand where there's just thousands of stuff from 2012 that I'll never open again.
Oh, gosh.
Ridiculous.
That's a lot of storage.
Oh, God. I think I have 4 terabytes of cloud space. Yeah, I pay for two terabyte things.
A lot.
I know, right? I think I've only got like 1.5.
My iPad is 64 gigabytes.
Well, this is all cloud space, so you're paying for it, right? That's the problem.
Oh, I don't know how to use any of that. Like,
it's too much.
That's the thing I wanted to say about is using GarageBand and how easy it is. And some people are like, there's no way that I could do with that stuff. And I'm like, there is. I could open this book and show you every single instrument that I've used in GarageBand for every song that I've done. So I don't want to hear complaints about how you can't do it.
Yes. Complaining, out. Leave now. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Where are we? We're at 38 minutes. So should I play another song and then... Yeah, we'll play another song. And then we'll talk about how you found us, bunch of weirdos here on YouTube and all that jazz, because, we are a bunch of weirdos and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. The weirdos are the best. I'm going to play another song from the new album, and I'm going to play, I think, what haven't I played? I haven't played Don't Mind My Tears. I'm pretty sure I haven't played that one. So let's cue that up. Are you ready, folks, for more beautiful Amy Ballor goodness? It's coming up right now. So grab your dancing shoes. Well, not dancing shoes. Well, just enjoy it. Have a good time. This is Don't Mind My Tears.
When it all comes back
Oh, how good was that, right? So, let me just bring this. That was Don't Mind My Tears by our guest, Amy Ballor. Folks, if you haven't gone and subscribed right now, there's the link right there. There it is. Go and do it. We've got her up to 77 subscribers from 69. We need to get that higher. Higher! Now! Do it now or I'll find you. Right? So make sure you go over and subscribe and go and support her music because she's absolutely fantastic. Hello, 2 Yards, Amanda. Anyone I've missed, thanks for being here today. And my last reminder, if you want to support me doing this show, remember you can send a super chat or a super sticker, or there's like a donation thing here, or become a member. It really does help so I can keep doing these great interviews for you. Let's bring our guest back on. How the hell did you find us weirdos here on YouTube?
Actually, okay, so I'm a part of the GarageBand community page, GarageBand for iOS page, GarageBand for probably Weirdos page. And I had been on these groups because I was like, I wonder if I'm missing something here. Maybe they have some ideas. And so I had, I think, just put out the lore 4. And I had asked in one of the groups, do you guys are we allowed to share our links? And I had my songs on YouTube already. And one, there was getting comments and they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. We've shared songs, so why not you share songs? So I was like, well, heck, I'll take the risk and just throw in my links and see what happens. And I got, only 2 comments or something. And they're like, your stuff is good. And I'm like, yay. And then there was one person, and I don't know who it was. I want to try to go back and figure out who it was. But someone had commented and said, you should submit a song to Pete John's Your Music Live or Thomas Christ You Rock Live TV. And I was like, who? What is that? I was like, submit to what? That's kind of, I don't know. What if they steal my song? I don't know what this is. So I researched, I did my due diligence. And before I even submitted, the first song I ever submitted was to Pete John's, and it was May 17th. But before that, I had been lurking, watching his show several weeks, studying how the show ran and what was being talked about. And I was like, is this guy gonna, talk smack about my songs, or is he gonna give, is he what is he doing? And I was just like, these people are cool. These people are so nice to each other. And I hadn't seen one negative thing written in the chat or one negative thing said about anyone.
You're out.
And I was like,
we throw people out for that.
And I was like, I think I'm going to take the risk. And I had just released the Lore Volume 5. And the Lore Volume 5 is one of my favorite albums that I've done through and through. And so I was like, I'm going to submit my favorite song off my favorite album that I've done, which the song is Brighter Days. And I had May 17th. Can you believe it? And every week since, graciously, Pete Johns has chosen me to be on his Your Music Live. And here we are today.
Here we are. I'd heard you, I've been listening to your music for ages, and then the song you had played this week, I was like, all right, now it's time. So I said that at the start of the show, and thankfully you came on so we could do this. Thank you also to Brad Example, who sent a super chat of 666 like he always does. Thank you, Brad, for that. Yeah, look, we have a pretty amazing community of people that are positive, and we don't, as a moderator there, we look for people who would come in and say negative shit, and if it's just for no reason, then you're out. If you can't say anything constructive, then shut up. That's the thing, right? I think we live in a day and age where everybody needs to say, I don't like something. Well, go away. Just be quiet.
Yeah, the unsolicited part of it is just,
it's ridiculous. I see so much stuff every day in my life, I think we all do, that I disagree with and think, that is ridiculous. But I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't walk up to people in the street and go, you're ridiculous and I hate you. That is so if I don't do that in real life, I'm not going to do it on the internet. right? It
Right.
just makes
Exactly.
sense. Just move on. It's so easy.
Right.
And yes, most of us are a gateway drug. Pete Johns, we call him the gateway drug here.
Right. He called himself the Pied Piper, and now I can't stop visually seeing him with like a little flute and the little mice running behind him.
Oh yeah.
It's just a picture that I can't remove.
I've been out with Pete many times
Sorry, Pete.
and been in his house with his family, and he's like that. He says, let's go out for a drink, and he pulls out his pipe, and I go, yes, let's go drink alcohol. We go off to drink alcohol together. He even drags me to the cricket of all places.
Oh gosh.
And we only did that recently. We went to the cricket together. Good times. Love you, Pete.
Fun.
All right.
Where is he? Is he in there?
He's here in the chat. All right, we're at the end. So, what do you see for yourself in the foreseeable future? So, an album. What do you hope to manifest, and what do you have plans? I don't say in the next year or so because things change every day. But what do you see in your immediate future?
Possibly some more interviews coming up.
Yes.
I have some that are in the talks, so that's exciting. And like I mentioned earlier, I am gathering ideas and inspiration for the Lore 7. So I'm kind of in between, I guess, right now, because I don't want to put too much, on myself and lean into one thing more so than the other. I want to have ample time to work on music. And I don't know if you had heard the recent collaboration that I just did with the wonderful Sal Caruso and Lori's Mishmash. We all did a song together, and it was fabulous, and I loved it. And I told Sal, I said, I want to finish my album, and then I'm all yours with this song. So I could put 100% into it. And I love it. And it came out great.
Laurie's quick. She's like a piranha. She smells fresh blood in the community. She's like, let's do a collaboration. Don't you, Laurie? You are just like that. Let's hear from Laurie. Let's hear from what she's got to say.
I gotta get off.
What's that?
I gotta get off. I gotta get off.
You've got to get off, Laurie. She'll never live that down.
That's awesome.
The last question I got for you, which I ask everybody who comes on the show, it's a really hard one, is if you were going to give advice, Amy, to somebody just starting out making music or art or whatever it is, when would be the best time for them to start?
Right now.
Yes.
Do it now.
Yes.
Do it now. Just start. Just do it. Just begin. Who cares if you don't know everything there is to possibly know about something? Just don't even worry about it. Don't even put that kind of pressure on yourself. It's just like any other art, writing a book or painting or anything like that. It's like, how are you going to paint something if you never pick up your brush? How are you ever going to write a book if you never start to type away? Even if you don't like the first 5 seconds of what you've done, it doesn't matter. You've started. You've tried.
Yep.
You've tried. And I feel like once, if your art, whatever it may be, music, painting, whatever it is, once that becomes almost like a self-inflicted obligation, like I was kind of talking about earlier, and you give yourself these extreme unrealistic expectations about fake timelines and, oh, I said I was going to do it then, but I only told myself I was going to do it then. And you kind of put this unnecessary pressure around yourself, and then it becomes grueling. So once it becomes that, you just have to just step away from it for a day or two and come back to it later. I think the best things you can do is take your time, surround yourself with supportive group of people that can give you honest feedback for what you're trying to do. And I had to work on this myself, was to not be afraid of a second opinion. And my good friend, she's in the chat. Her name's Her name is Amanda, but she actually goes by Mandy. We've been friends since high school also. And she's been one of those people for me where I would write a song or something and I'm like, hey, can I send you 10 different versions of this song and you can tell me which one you like best? And she would. And she'd say, I like this version and that version, but not this one. You need to turn this part down in there. And so I would go back in and I would adjust all these things, send it back. And I'm like, what about now? Because I was overthinking and I needed someone that was loving and kind and honest with me to tell me what was up. And having that buffer, that bouncer, my mom the same way. I send her songs, but she thinks everything I do is good. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Sound.
She'll even ask me, did you send it to Mandy? I'm like, yes, but I'm waiting for her to respond.
Sound advice, folks, right? Sound advice. Thank you, Laurie. Again, thank you for the kind donation as well. She says, great interview, Jade. I love ya. And Amy is amazing. So glad she came into our community. Me too. You're absolutely incredible artist, and I thank you for spending time with me today, folks. All the information is in the description for all of Amy's music. Go and support her in as many ways as you can. Hopefully she'll get her music on Bandcamp at some time as well, so you can send her some money and buy her stuff as well. Hopefully that is in the books. Folks, I need to tell you some stuff about what's happening here. Unfortunately, here I am having to dismantle my studio after this interview. I have people coming to do my flooring, so I'm not sure what's going on with app demos. I may be pre-recording the opening hour just in case I don't get the studio rebuilt in time. So there's that. That is a thing. We've got a premiere coming up. Thomas will hopefully put a link in the description. Denise Lance has a premiere immediately after this. So hopefully you'll all bounce over and go and check out Denise's premiere because she's an amazing artist we've had on the show as well. Amy, thank you for coming on and spending time with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This has been so much fun and I loved every second of it.
Me too. Please hang on the line so I can say goodbye to you off the air. We're closing out today with a song called Brighter Days, and the song will just speak for itself. Folks, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and let's all rise together. We'll see you next time, and let's Oj. This is Brighter Days.
As the ticking question mark.